Hey friends, welcome to HEsports, your go-to for all things football. From wild transfer rumors to behind-the-scenes drama, we've got it all covered. Now let's jump into the news. Alright guys, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the mind of one of the most fascinating young players on the planet, Lamine Yamal, the kid who plays football like someone pressed creative mode on real life. So, Yamal recently talked about how he sees himself as an athlete, and honestly, it's refreshing. Instead of giving the usual cliché answers like I'm working hard, I want to break records, Ballon d'Or is my dream. Yamal went in a totally different direction. He said, I think I'm an entertaining athlete. The goal isn't to break every world record, score 1 million goals, or play 1 million matches. An athlete wants to enjoy himself. That line already tells you everything about his mindset. He's not chasing numbers, he's chasing joy. He's not trying to become a machine, he wants to stay human. And then he adds something even more wholesome. I hope kids want to be like me. Not because of trophies, not because of fame, but because of the fun he brings to the game. And then came my favorite part. They asked him, if you had to describe yourself as a player, what word would you choose? Most stars would say, explosive, technical, decisive, dominant. But Yamal, he simply smiles and says, interesting. That's actually such a perfect word. Because when you watch him, you're always leaning forward, waiting for the unexpected. The sudden twist, the cheeky dribble, the pass nobody saw coming. He reminds you that football is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to make you jump off your seat, shout at your TV, or laugh at how casually he embarrasses defenders twice his age. Then Yamal goes deeper, way deeper than you'd expect from a teenager. He says, football is everything to me. It was my first love, and it always will be. You can feel how true that is. For him, football isn't a career, it's a life story. A language he learned before speaking, a connection he felt before understanding. He talks about the beauty of the game, how football doesn't judge you. It doesn't care if you come from wealth or from struggle. It doesn't check your background before letting you dream. When you step on the pitch, you're equal. Just you, your friends, the ball, the goalposts, and that rush of adrenaline that makes every kid in the world fall in love with the sport. He explains how football creates friendships, emotions, moments that stay with you forever. How it brought him closer to his parents, his community, his identity. He paints a picture, a young Yamal, playing with his friends, his mom and dad watching from the side. Nothing but pure passion carrying him forward, and that's why people connect with him. Not because he's the next big thing, although, let's be real, he absolutely is. But because he plays with heart, real, raw, joyful heart. You watch him and you feel like you're watching the pure version of football. The same version you fell in love with as a kid. No pressure, no politics, no numbers, just creativity, freedom, excitement. And maybe that's exactly why he's becoming one of the most exciting young footballers in the world right now. Not because he's trying to be the best, but because he's trying to be himself. And honestly, that might be the most powerful thing a player can do. But here's the thing about Yamal, it's not just what he says, it's the way he carries himself. You look at him on the pitch, and there's this strange mix of calmness and chaos, calm face, chaotic feet. Like he's thinking, relax bro, I've been doing this since before I could tie my shoes. And fans feel that. They connect with that energy, that looseness, that confidence without arrogance. It's rare. Most players his age play like the world is watching their every mistake. Yamal plays like he's still in the streets with his friends, laughing while trying to nutmeg the same kid for the 10th time. And let's be honest, football needs players like this. The game gets heavy sometimes, too tactical, too mathematical, too serious. But someone like Yamal steps in, and suddenly it feels like football again. Not a business, not a machine, a game, a joy, a spark. He even talks about how football connects people who come from totally different worlds. A rich kid, a poor kid, doesn't matter. Once they're on the field, they're the same. Same dreams, same passion, same fire. And he's right. Football is the closest thing humanity has to a universal language. You don't need to speak the same words, you just need to pass the ball. And when Yamal speaks about his parents, the sacrifices, the support, the pride, it hits deeper. Because behind every young star, there's a family that believed before anyone else did. They were there before the cameras, before the contracts, before the spotlight. They watched him grow, kick by kick, mistake by mistake, dream by dream. He plays for them too, for his roots. For that kid he used to be. The one who played barefoot, the one who chased the ball down dusty fields, the one who didn't know he'd change world football, but felt like the ball was the only thing that truly understood him. And maybe that's why everyone, fans, coaches, teammates, talks about him not just as a player, but as an experience. Watching Yamal isn't like watching a rising talent. It's like watching the beginning of a story that people will tell for years. One of those I remember when he was 16 stories. One of those careers that start with magic and never lose it. Because if there's one thing that stands out, it's this: Yamal doesn't just play football, he reminds you why you love football. And that might be the rarest superpower in the sport. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, drop a comment, and hit subscribe so you won't miss the next episode. Turn on the notification bell. Trust me, you'll want to be here for the next story.